Alright. Nothing much to say for today. Gonna be chilling for now. Uh, Here we go. I can already imagine what kind of console this is. It's a Philips. Got my control. Philips Compact Disc Interactive. Which I'm pretty sure is a dead format, but whatever. I don't say much, I'm just in the moment, I guess. Unless you start saying anything or other people start coming in and talking. It would be really nice, but for now, I guess we'll see what happens. I'll just be bouncing around from game to game. And if you know anything, or want me to play anything, that's fine too. Play this disc already. As far as I know, this Tetris port has some very beautiful background music. Really smooth background music and some really nice background video. That was a whole draw of the CDI and all that, which was a full motion video, or FMVs, which is it's just live action video played at a not that great frame rate or quality, but you can kind of hear it in the background. It reminds me a little of that one level in Super Mario 64 music level, or not the music, the water level. I think it was Jolly Roger Bay. It's also got this really nice, like, romantic or ballad-like sound to it from the 90s. It definitely sounds like a 90s song. Definitely. Listen to that back on stream, just, I don't know. I really like it. It's calming. Well, the volume should be fine. The game plays like shit, but it looks and sounds amazing, so we're gonna get right in and just play as much as we can, I guess. Height? I don't know. We'll leave it all as is. Yeah, and there's no pause, which I'm worried about, because I might need it. But yeah. If I fall in love again, I'm pretty sure this is what I want to have playing in the background at some point. And I wonder if the backgrounds change. I didn't play far enough, so I don't know. Level 1. Oh look. More 90s music and beautiful background. I will say the CDI's failure was mostly just an executive thing and a timing thing as well. They took so long that all the major players just backed out. They didn't have any support besides Nintendo, and even they didn't really do much of anything. Just gave out IPs. But yeah, listen to this. This is just 90s. The music. See how far we can get. Okay, I might be playing a little too fast. My bad. Let's see. I'll try not to blow past Tetris. Oh my god. Okay, that's a start. So we can at least enjoy the backgrounds a little bit more in the music. I was panicking a bit. Don't worry about it. Alright, that was level 4. Up the height on that. What about 4? I don't know, maybe that's reset Petrominos at the bottom? Could be. Let's go with 2. Why not? Alright. I don't think we play Tetris, but we can. No shortage of Tetris versions. But here we go. I'm really enjoying this, but I wish it would move on. Getting anxious here. Alright, maybe it won't advance, but that's fine. See how far I can hold out. Isn't much. Alright. The A button actually makes your Tetris piece just drop all the way to the bottom. So it is kinda weird. Got a couple more in me and then we're looking for something else. It's a little hard to find games that I can kind of just sit here and relax with. There's so many to begin with. I'll just check the list of games I've beaten, I guess. See if there's something. Level 5. How the music changes with the level, we can get a little preview. Go back from the beginning. Why not? Turn that up. See how far we get now. Well, that didn't last long. That's fine. This is as fast as we can go on this. 2, and then go back to 5 and see what happens. I can think of other games to play because I got nothing right now. Might just go down the list of our consoles and see what happens. These really do bring me back. Not that I was there for a long time, but I don't know, they just make me think of happier times about 30 to 40 years ago. You know? Nostalgia or whatever aside, shouldn't be that strange to say these were better times, these were perfect times for a lot of things. This track is just too happy. And it sounds great, it's just contrasting a lot with, you know, real life. But I guess that's where the magic comes from, of just listening to this. Don't even ask. My chat reset, I hate that. Only because it means potentially I'll be missing out on some comments. You know? Because YouTube loves to hide anything else. Anything that isn't, you know, glazingly positive. Even super positive comments, I think it misreads them as like sarcasm or something. I've seen those get deleted too. Let's just see what these sound like, and then I'll move on. Maybe you don't say anything that could be considered a insulting word. As tame as it may be, it won't hide your chats. But I can always look at it on my phone just in case you say something like that, and it's fine. This one's not too bad. Again, these are all like ballad type, slow emotional songs. Extremely 90s vibes, you know? It's in their DNA, you just hear it. You can imagine being back there again. Well, back then. These also remind me in a good way of old TV infomercials about selling maybe some movies, or just trying to sell you like a direct-to-DVD movie. It would kind of have this in the background as they talk about the trailer and the movie and what's coming. Well, not even just infomercials, just the previews on your actual direct-to-DVD movies. Like the before it starts. And the type of trailers that predate the this summer type of movies or whatever. I know a lot of Disney movies have that. A lot of direct-to-DVD movies. This is pretty good. Yeah, these are perfect for being next to any body of water. Now that you mention water, kind of have a beach feel to them, but also just lake or summer, spring. I wonder if I'm thinking of the same song too. Let me do some magic if I remember anything about this song. I'll keep thinking about it and try to think of something as we listen to this here. I don't know if it's an R&B song, but I think that might have been the genre. Very old. Maybe not 90s. Maybe. But I can hear it. Yeah, I'm thinking of a guy, too. Pretty long song as well. I'm gonna keep looking it up, and I can't remember any lines or anything. All I remember is the way he looks, but it could just be thinking of a different song, though. Could just be talking here. For no reason. Let's see, I'm gonna log on to my old Spotify. Fine, it's not working. I keep agonizing, but no, it's not the one I'm thinking of. Really gonna bother me. I want to see if I break something by opening up my folder, but I don't want to break the stream or anything. Let's listen to the next one while I ruminate, ponder on this. not too bad. Get a little bit more going on though, but it's fine. There we go, now I remembered. Took me a long ass time to find it. This reminds me of All Night Long by Lionel Richie. Love that song. I haven't heard it in a while. I guess because I always sort my playlist from like the 90s up until 2010. So that's kind of my fault. And I think it's older than that, so that's why. But yeah, I'd play it for you if I didn't want to eat a copyright claim right now. But yeah, fantastic song. Called something like All Night Long. All Night. As soon as I heard this, because it sounds kind of just like this. And I've been hearing it in my head for the longest time while we were listening to this, and it just wasn't coming into my head in full. You know? Got the same rhythm, sort of, and some of the same, I guess, instruments, maybe. Also got that nice waterfront, like, tropical feel to it. But yeah. So many songs in my list, I start to forget titles and albums and names and all that. But this is also really nice. Got an island vibe to it. Alright. That sounds just like somebody that I used to know. The song. So let's move on, shall we? I wonder what we're gonna play next. I don't know. I didn't think this far. Something simple, something short. Any console. I don't want to sit here and stress myself and anything like that. I can ponder that and look around on my own. I guess just enjoy the background. Whatever is playing right now. My backlog is nothing but RPGs, visual novels, and dating games. So I don't think that would help. Honestly. Well, not really that many. It's something I can put on and forget about everything else. Which again isn't that many. Tetris is one of them. About it, that's about all I can think of. Now I'm trying to think of something with good relaxing music. Could just turn on Harvest Moon, but maybe at the end. I don't know. I don't really want to play just... You want to save most of everything for standalone stream at some point. To be honest, we have content for about a decade more streaming at this consistency. I don't know. Something I've beaten before, probably. Right, doesn't have to be a puzzle game either. Depends. I'm gonna look at my list of games that I've beaten. Maybe there's something interesting. Not really. They're all story games. Mostly. I'll keep looking. We can still enjoy the music in the background. I don't know. A surreal game. It would also fit the bill, I guess. Might just end up putting on Super Mario 60. But no, I'm not a big fan of fishing, honestly. Doesn't have to be water. Wish I could go to the beach. Just sit there. I think that'd be cool at some point, have a portable, well, another portable computer. Just load up all these games on it. Go anywhere with it. One day. Try that. Any computer part doesn't cost an arm and a leg. That'd be great. Can't think of anything, so we're gonna go with another old reliable. If I can get to it. I'm super blind. Alright, well you can think on that, and I'll put this on. And then we might go to farming game, and then we'll see what happens. I don't really got that. Like I said, something surreal work. Maybe not to the point of LSD Dream Emulator. Although we could go back to that. I might want to save that for Halloween. Beautiful sprite glitching out at the bottom. Yeah, I can see that. Head's still in the water. That's why I said Super Mario 64. It's got a very surreal view, or I guess something to it. Gotcha. I can't tell you how many times I've played the hell out of this. Never got far though, I never beat it. I beat the first one though, that's it. But I do love this game. We can play this next time, I guess. Have some fun with the Mario Bros. Minigame. Well, I really gotta get... I'm gonna try looking into... Oh my god. I think it's called MAME, or... It's the arcade stuff, or whatever. I'm gonna look into getting some of the stuff I'm missing, which would include the Nintendo Versus arcade cabinets that I don't have. Those are the only ones I would want to get anyway, from the arcades that I'm missing. Thought. It is a little bit more complicated than just Final Burn Neo for arcades. My issue is, there is no... What's the word I'm looking for? Great. There is no pre-made game list? I was trying to think of a word, a curated list. Of games. You just have to either download the entire fucking thing, or you know, do it all yourself afterwards. The problem with that is the full ROM list is probably like terabytes big, and I don't have the space for that, obviously. The alternative is just to download each game individually from the list, but that requires you to know the names of each game by its title ID or whatever. And that's also a pain in the ass. So with the Final Burn Neo ROM set, I could just download the whole thing and just sort it out with a program. Because it's not that big. But the thing with MAME is that it's the entirety of all arcade games, and that's the problem. Final Burn Neo only works with 2D arcade games for the most part. And it is missing some, so. But that's it. If you're gonna use MAME, just you have to know exactly what you're trying to get. Otherwise, you have to download the whole thing. And I'm not ready for that. Maybe someday. I really hate scrolling levels. But yeah, I suppose I could just go through every console as well and try to find a game that's like that. You know, a game like this that's just, you know, pick up and play, and then good memories, good vibes, and just maybe not all the way surreal. Although technically this is a very surreal game because it's all a dream. Technically, so none of it makes sense. But yeah. I do have Dolphin. We did play that in the Desert Storm. I just never played Donkey Kong, to be honest with you. There was also a trick to this. It's like every second thing, I believe. Or I could be wrong now. I guess I'm wrong. It used to be one of them, or one of these puzzles in some other game, is like when you press stop, it actually stops in the next one over, or two over, or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Whatever. I do love this castle theme. It's embedded into my mind. Half of the time in my life, I just hear it, or hum it, and it's great. That's fine. A lot of sprite flickering. I know that's normal. I'm 1000% sure that's normal. But I didn't remember it being to this extent. I don't know, like I said, this could be me. I'll take that. We can meet the first world, I guess, before we move on. Which is good to hear, because I would rather have all my games and everything just be as authentic as I can possibly make it. I don't care about having like 4 times resolution with like pretty graphics and like smooth everything, anti-aliasing up the ass. Besides for like PlayStation and GameCube stuff, you know, 6th gen and up. Because games do start looking ugly the higher we go. Even with shaders that mimic a CRT. But since I can't use shaders anyway on those consoles, because of performance, obviously, it doesn't really matter now. As you saw with Desert Storm, we're playing at like 3 times the resolution, or like just once. Or twice, I mean. Once would be default. A lot of work that was gone into me prettifying and making everything look as great as it could be. You know, even if I have gotten one comment telling me it's not as accurate because I'm actually, or whatever the fuck. Not very good at this. I think you only have like 3 tries or just 2. Yeah. There's no way you're ever gonna get that. Alright. I fucked up. I wanted to fly. Thought we would have had enough. There we go. Not bad. We can play that on our own. It's actually the 2's on my backlog, that's about it, because everybody says it's the best, one of the best Genesis games, so, you know, might as well add it. But that's like... I asked AI to sort my backlog, and it's pretty big. Only about 5 games out of like 700 and something are more than 1 player. Which kind of bothered me a little bit, but it's fine. Like I said, my backlog is literally nothing but RPGs, dating games, and visual novels. Because I'm a big ol' sucker for drama and soap operas. Although I should say romance over any of those. They kind of go hand in hand with the with the genre. Another great rack. Can't get any better than that. Always let me know if something's too low or too high. These consoles have different audio levels. I do borrow from my backlog. That's how I get the games from polls that you guys vote on. I can't play all of them, obviously. There's some RPGs that are like 1 billion hours long, or JRPGs that are just grind fests that I'd rather not play on stream. But something like Metal Slave, I can play. That's not too bad. Ah, shit. Because I can just record it and I can go over the sensitive bits and censor them myself. Only died like once, I think. Not too bad. We have 8 lives, that's quite a bit. And this track, I've heard it so many times. As we're falling down the skies, and it's just great. Get the nice wing. Alright. I don't think there was a way to save. As far as I know, because obviously there was no flash memory on the NES. But this isn't even on the disk system either. Only the second game, I think. I only save on that one. Or because, you know, they're discs. But, I think I'm about halfway through, if not 3/4 of the way in, so... once I finish the whole game, I'll start posting and or editing. I'll keep recording tomorrow, see what happens. Well, let's keep it moving. Trying not to be too loud myself. I don't mean to give anybody an ASMR vibe. My voice, it's not like it's that great. Alright. What do I got on the PlayStation? Maybe I can find games I used to play and then some. Go from that. Never played a Tony Hawk game, but I might as well just eat the copyright claim for one of them. But I'm not feeling like that right now. Let's see. As you enjoy, whatever track is playing in the background. Well, we almost beat this one, so let's see if we can get past Detroit. Might not be that hard. Some of these old games that I've played so much, it kind of comes to me. I'm sure you know how that feels. Hopefully you could hear the whole PlayStation intro. I tend to change screens, that's why we see the black screen first, so it loads in, it hooks onto the window. Audio is not delayed. I wonder if you know this one. We played this about a year and a half ago, probably. We got to the very end and then lost. Brutal. I could not make it past that. There's probably a quick save still. I should check. Hey, that's me. I still think Pepsi is better than Coke. I think it was specifically this game that just made me prefer Pepsi overall. Even though I prefer Dr. Pepper nowadays, but Coke just doesn't go down easily for me. It kind of hurts. But Pepsi is kind of more smooth and it's got a better taste in the long run for me. But 1999, I had this and I played the ever-loving shit out of it. Which was weird because it's a Japanese-only release. Let's see, do I have anything? Is there even anything in my memory card? No. Just to fuck around, is there anything in my save states? Probably not. No, they all got deleted. That's too bad. We're on stereo. I'll figure it out.
Hey, let's start the game!
I would suggest you my stream, but again, we got to the very last level and it was just so hard I couldn't get past it, even with quick saves.
Ah, Pepsi Man, you got here just at the perfect time. I got a call that a vending machine ahead ran out of Pepsi, and I was just on my way there when I got a flat tire. There are a bunch of people gathered in front of the vending machine. They want Pepsi! And the word is that they're just about to riot. I plan to head over there as soon as I can fix this flat. But it looks like it's gonna take some time. Can't you do something, Pepsi Man?
Alright. There's no more Pepsi. I do wish I could voice act a little bit more. I can't strain my voice to be a higher pitch than it already is. It really sucks. I used to do it pretty well. But even if I wanted to, I really can't hit any high notes anymore. I don't know. Not a big fan of my voice, overall. We probably already got that. Lower that. A lot of music in this one, surprisingly. But I guess that's another feeling to invoke, which is nostalgia. The feeling of, I have played this before, and I enjoy it, just as I did before. But yeah, it just sounds terrible when I listen back to it. I know we hate editing videos because of it. Yeah, let's try to beat Detroit. Although I guess you could just call it any other inner city at this point, to be honest with you. I've gone too far. Alright. Thought I was gonna make it. I looked away for a second. Well, no perfect. That's fine. We're not here for that. It is a pain trying to find clips for shorts. Not to mention the YouTube app being a pain to begin with. Thought I could do it. Some thunder in the background too, I can still hear it. It's very distant. And again, I do live in an outskirts, but I don't think the storm really gives a shit how close I am to the city. Views are fine though. I kind of would rather have watch hours, you know? If 1,000 people are watching one clip, it doesn't really mean much if only half of those are actually watching the whole thing, which is more valuable than just raw numbers. You know, if I raise my voice, it's because this thing is loud, and maybe not for you, but it is for me. the stream volume is so much different than my own speakers. Thankfully, it's all configured, so it's never a problem. There's no echoing ever anymore. But it is loud.
You're doing pretty good. Have a Pepsi.
Yeah, I could
Next
use
stage.
I could use a Pepsi. Have a Pepsi.
Pepsi Man! There's a building on fire just ahead. We need to get there immediately, but look what's happened! According to reports I have heard, they got the fire under control, but there are some people that couldn't escape fast enough and are trapped on the roof. They are extremely exhausted, and it doesn't seem likely that we can get first aid to them in time. Can't you give them something to help revive them, Pepsi Man?
And the window just flashed multiple times. Great. Never got into tea, especially sweet tea. Not a fan of hot drinks. Wrong button. But not a fan of tea in general. But yeah, we're in the inner cities, my favorite place. Maybe I'm bugging. It feels quieter than it should be. I don't think there was music in these games, but I could be wrong. I guess I'm wrong. Maybe the sound effects are so loud, my speakers are so loud, I'm just misremembering now. Because I hear everything so loud. Oh my god. But if we're talking about... God. About southern drinks. I'm more of a Kool-Aid guy. Not a tea guy. If we're talking about sugar and sweetness. But no, I'm not. I'm also not one that would just drown the Kool-Aid in sugar either. That's... You know, I like living long. Maybe to 100 if possible. I say that, but some of my eating habits are not exactly the best. Thankfully, my blood pressure and all that isn't anything abnormal. Considering the fact that I can go for fried anything, any time of the week, any day. Yeah, I talked about this before. There's a southern buffet. It's like proper southern. Last time I went there, a bunch of nice, you know, black folk. Older black ladies, mind you. But you know it's great. I got full as shit. Just off one plate. I couldn't handle anymore. I think I ate like a plate and a half. Ignoring that. Starting with fried catfish and... Well, I think I did talk about this before. That I remember a little bit. There was some, I think it was chitlins or something. That was okay, I think. Could have done without. Could have done without that. I'm a big sucker for mac and cheese, especially if it's done well and it's not like plastic cheese or something. All this going on now. Alright. Anyway. Not a big fan of collard greens. I guess I should try them again, or at some point. Once I go back. It was like 20 bucks or something per person. It's not too bad. Right. Let's see. I will demolish any mashed potatoes. Especially if they're, you know, well, obviously if they're done well and it's all like, it doesn't have to be super cheesy. It could have to be nicely buttered, and nicely smooth. Nothing I hate more than eating mashed when it's just a bunch of fucking hard pieces of potato. That'd actually anger me. I think fried chicken is an obvious choice as well. Obviously, that's gotta be done perfectly. Can't have like, can't have dry or old tasting chicken. I didn't see that. Oh yeah, I can't forget about the gravy, obviously. That's something I didn't get. I don't think they had it. I just didn't check. It was sausage and gravy. Biscuits as well, obviously. Those gotta be on point. They can't just be bullshitting with that. Maybe not to the point where I choke on them, but slight pause. But yeah, they gotta be moist. I've had some bad ones, you know. We're just cruising through. Making me hungry. I wasn't a big fan of potato in my childhood, but I'm in many recent years I've really opened up to hash browns. Pretty good. Still not a fan of grits though, but I will take hash browns. Last I had some, I put them on a burger and that was it. Nothing more to say about that. Can't make it any better. Yeah, I was the same way. I didn't even eat any sauces. I thought it was pretty terrible. But look at me now. One of my favorites is mayo. Still think ketchup is a little too sweet and kind of nasty in general. On its own, anyway. But I do like... I guess you would call it pink sauce, which is just mayo and ketchup. I do like that combination, so it's not too sweet, unlike just ketchup on its own. There's other sauces that I would prefer, especially like proprietary sauces from restaurants. Yeah, that's me right there.
Pepsi for TV game.
Pepsi for TV game. Yeah, just change it into barbecue chips or something like that, or... I believe... one of my favorites is the honey barbecue. I don't know what they're called, what brand it was, but they're like twist type chips. Those are fucking great. And yeah, that could just be me sitting in that damn chair. Playing Pepsi for TV game, but let's move on. I can be here for a little bit longer. I really have nothing going on today. And tomorrow's just going to be a recording day, or maybe going out in the afternoon. If they could pay me in the future, advertise this shit. I'm gonna pass on the Neo Geo. I'm gonna pass on some of these other consoles that I don't know personal childhood. Let's see. I could play Sonic, but I don't really like that right now. Let's look around a little bit more. Anything come to mind? I'm asking you, but I should be the one asking mine. Let's see. Damn, I really don't have it. It used to work, but now it doesn't. I'll leave it a secret until I get it working. Hold on. You're really gonna bother me. I don't know what happened. Something about it just broke and I could never play it again. But it's got a... starts with an M. Let's see. I know I didn't delete it just in case I got it working somehow. Never mind, I did delete it because I'm an idiot. Oh well. You know what happened after that one stream? Just decided to just not work anymore. And I don't want to back out. And download it real quick. That would be a little too much work. Let's see, what else do I have? I'll leave you in the dark for a while. Don't worry about it. What the hell? Let's play fucking... I'm not gonna be playing this anytime soon. Where is it? How is it so down on the list? This should do it. It's still to me one of the best, one of the top 3 JRPGs of all time. There's no way I'm not gonna play it in a chill, reminiscing stream of sorts. Where are my buttons again? I should technically be going back to the previous game, which is just 4, but this one has my original 3DS save file from so many years ago, which God knows, who knows when that was. Yeah, fantastic menu theme, obviously one of the best. The first 4 game has, or the previous game 4 has the better theme in my opinion though. But we're not going to it because it only has my save from stream, from the playthrough I did. My original save file got lost because I did lose the original cartridge. So I ended up just getting the game digitally, getting quote unquote, and transferred my stuff. But I lost it to save, which is a shame. I had that game when it came out in 2013. The special edition box that came with a big old book guide that guided you up to like 3/4 or half the game in. It came with a music disc and a bunch of other stuff, which is pretty cool. This is what I'm worried about right now, which is just voice in that.
Protocol.
That's not Burrows, but whatever. So yeah, it's not gonna say... Like, maybe I turned it up a little too much. But it's not gonna say like when the save was made, but I do have about 100 hours in, and I'm almost done with the compendium too. You can see I played through it 4 I think 5 times probably. Just to get every ending and anything. As the stats are nothing to scoff at either. We can fuck around in this game. Alright. It's a 3DS thing. You just gotta let every texture load, especially if we're playing at a higher resolution, which is ×2 right now. No mods, I think. I could have a couple that take off certain effects, but I could be wrong. I think I am. Never mind. Now let's see. What do we do? Where do we go? Do I have any DLC I haven't done in this long-ass run yet? This is pretty much endgame. I literally just have to end the game and be done with it. I left it at that. After 5 playthroughs. You can see I picked Toki, obviously. I know this just goes over most people's heads, because who the hell has played this game nowadays? Which, you know, big shame. That's like saying, who's played Final Fantasy VII nowadays? And that's not talking about the remake, you know? But no, I'm not gonna beat it anytime soon. I have it here just so I can look at everything, every map, every DLC and all that. I've already beaten the game and seen every ending. There's no point for me to keep playing. So. Could mess around with some of the DLC. I don't know. A trip to Hawaii, I guess. My demons are pretty overpowered as this. I've got all the high level anything to begin with. Get that fucking mouse out of my screen.
Welcome to the
There we go.
Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
But yeah, you can see the ×2 resolution. You can see the lines crossing in. That's why I'm moving to this screen, so you can see it a little bit clearly. Alright. Hopefully I didn't turn up the music way too loud. You can still hear me. Hopefully. But yeah, I think I got every high-level demon already summoned. I don't really need to do anything. I really enjoyed when I got this game. Well, I got the original 4. You know, just reading some of the demon lore and whatnot. It's pretty interesting. It's really fun. I learned a lot about mythology and demonology from this series overall. And Persona, I guess, 'cause there's some that are not in this game. You know? Like Satan. To name a few. And then one of my favorites, a DLC, Cleopatra. But yeah, I got all the high ranking, all the high leveled anything. I believe I had a few missing, 89% done, so there are a few missing. That's... One day I'll get to that. There's no really reward for me to do that. But it's like a Pokédex, you know? What do I get at the end of the day? But I think we're good on that.
Gather demons and come again.
Alright, let's see. Let's just do a trip to Hawaii. Let's mess around with, you know, the biggest of filler episodes of any anime. One of my favorites, too. I prefer a beach trip episode to a hot springs episode, to be honest. I could also just do the Maasai's and Diamond Realm. That's got one of the best boss soundtracks of all time. If I can make it to that part, it's gonna be tough as all hell. You know what? Let's do that. Am I even ready? Am I kidding? Not really. I think I beat that DLC. That's like the final DLC for this game. Like I keep promising one day I'll finish the DLC in SMT4 on stream. One day. But the DLC in that is no joke either. But this one's just more intense. But I think we're good with what we have. We do have a bunch of spares just in case. Never know. A lot of different mythologies. Although it's mostly Christian mythology here. I think I'm good on outfits as well. Where the frick? Equip. Get everything like upgraded and whatnot as well. Ameno Habakiri is, I believe, Excalibur in this game. It's like the Japanese name for it that they give it. It's the same shit. I guess if you play the game it makes sense, but anyway. I'm not a strength guy, so it doesn't matter. I can just magic the shit out of anything or just shoot the hell out of it. We're way past the point of worrying about builds, honestly. I'll stick with the Demonica. One day I'll beat the game this is from, which is Strange Journey. I do have it, and I did get pretty far, but I never beat it, unfortunately. For this game, yeah. I know what you mean, 4. Okay. Let's see. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Messiahs in the Diamond Realm. Might have to turn down the music, actually. Once we're in battle, it doesn't really matter. That's all I want to hear. So yeah, this is an endgame story, basically. So you have Awoken. And I believe these games use a lot of remixes from the original SMT 1 and 2, which is cool. Like the store music or Mido's background music. But anyway, I am Enno Ozono. This is the Diamond Realm, though you may know it better as the Expanse. Now that it seems you do not know why it is you've been brought here, leave this room and speak with Stephen. You can ask him why you were summoned here. If you wish to return, always talk to me, and then he can heal me. Awesome. A lot of lore that goes into this DLC, but it's not very spoilerish. It doesn't really matter. You know? We're short on time, allow me to explain things. 4 others have found their way here. Each one is a messiah from a different universe. God feared them, however, and tried to force an end to their paths. So we pretty much have to save every main character from all the other original SMT games. So SMT 1, 2, and 3, and then this one. Or I guess 4. I don't know if, I don't think Flynn's here, actually. Because he was with me. We'll help them.
So that's how you feel.
Yeah, I think I'll turn down the music a little bit. It's a little too loud. The thing about SMT is only a few games are connected, but for the majority of them, it's kind of like maybe like Legend of Zelda, but not really. They're not all connected by like long stretches of time or anything like that. It's more like different universes that are all interconnected through a ethereal, higher dimensional entity or existence that governs the multiverse, if that makes any sense.
Activating transport protocol.
I think that's fine. I can then do this.
Activating
Raise the voice all the way.
protocol.
Sound effects a little bit low. That's fine. And then you can let me know how great this sounds. Difficulty, I think I turned it up to the highest fucking difficulty. These were DLCs that came out after, which really gave you super easy mode, hard mode, and then super hard mode, which is Apocalypse. We're not going to make it past anywhere with that, but you know, let's see what happens. You probably heal me, yeah. But yeah, we did reach a point. We're endgame. So we're at the point of changing this universe and taking it over. That's kind of the ending I prefer, honestly. Just makes more sense at the end of the day. If you take the first and second game into account, it really just makes sense to do that. I don't see why you would choose any other ending. Because you're fucked in the long run anyway. But I guess it'll make sense if you ever play the game, which I do recommend. Or at least 4 and 4 Apocalypse, which we're playing right now. You know? I don't know where they are, actually. Let's open every room, everything. And yeah. It's a little concerning as well, honestly. Great. Steven just calls God by his given name, which to any other character in this entire game is pretty much blasphemy and, you know, censored just automatically through the universe itself. I just thought it was a pretty clean, like, maybe not reference, but detail, I guess. Steven just a cut above the leader of the universe, which would be the Christian God. I know we're getting into mythology and deities and all that, but you can't play these games without really going too deep into that kind of thing. Really makes me talk a lot. There's so much lore and mythology to talk about here. I'm really just trying to find the first character. And yeah, like I said, these games have really taught me how to appreciate like cultures around the world, or religions around the world, and all their different deities and demons and gods. This is a great track, though. I really wish it wasn't a damn maze. At least. Sound of heavy fighting emanate from inside the room. I think I'm so fuck all like strong that a lot of these roaming enemies just don't even touch me. But let's move past that. I don't think there's any voice acting up until like the boss, so I would have to read most of it for now. I hope you can see the bottom screen too. I didn't realize my digital face was in the way, but I think it's fine. Alright. We got the main character from the third game. Hell yeah. You could probably take them on anyway. That text was cut off. I don't know if that was a bug, though. But hell yeah, this theme. Another boss theme. It's great. If you can look it up, they did play this live at one point. It sounds really fucking great. Alright, let's see. It's a horde, I think. It is. Alright, well. Let's see how much damage I do, just base. Severe, almighty. Not a lot. Alright, never mind. Alright. I guess... Oh shit. What are you weak to? My dear. No, not that button. Holy shit. I think we're dead. I didn't mean to press L for auto. Alright, well, forget all that. These are Nintendo controls. I gotta remember the placement. It's right up there on the right. So, yeah. I don't have anything to delete debuffs. You know what they're weak to, huh? No, not really. I guess we just kind of know. Because that'll be repel. Interesting. Never mind. Screw whatever the hell I just said. We're making it past this, like, through sheer force of will or whatever. Remove all status debuffs. I only have 3, that's terrible. But yeah. Hello there. Can we not miss? That is so terrible. You know, this is what I wanted to do. Analyze. And then check. Resistances. It's just dark. I think we'll be fine. But not really. Because this is a chaos horde, so they're going to be attacking dark. Whatever, get to it. Might as well. I got a hell of a lot of MP. That's not an issue. This should bypass and hit the hell out of them. It could just mess me up completely, and this is going to be terrible. I think Growing Hate... light resistance, but I don't know if it's like if they're resistant to it, it's better, or if not. So many things to think about. I really just want to get to the boss and finish the stream on that. I don't think this is gonna hit because they might block dark, but we are smirking, so it might penetrate. It's gonna be really stupid. Or not. Hey, we did it. Alright, concentrate. Repelling magic, that's fine, actually. I gotta heal Satan. That's a hell of a thing to say.
Yeah.
But Satan can heal everybody, actually. This should... No, it repels all magic, so... And I don't think it goes away until maybe the next turn. I can try it, but if it repels, I can just use... healing again, or... Cleo is resistant to light anyway, so... If it repels, it really doesn't fucking matter. Also, we were smirking, so that's great. But yeah, aside from heavy-ass rain, I think we're all doing pretty good. In-game, too, Again, even if it's Apocalypse mode, we're still pretty overpowered to begin with. We got a hell of a lot more mana to keep going. There's not an issue. What I'm worrying about is the fact that we're not really doing much. I don't think they're even midway through. They're not even red, which obviously kind of sucks, but... I'm gonna need to get rid of debuffs. I need a debuffer, actually, now that I think about it. Satan can heal, he's gonna stay. Or I can heal. He can leave. Alright, let's see. That's not a better screen. Who can debuff? Or, yeah. Buff, whatever. You know what I mean? Let's see. Nothing. Merkaba. Nothing. I need buffs and debuffs. This might do it. Mitra Buddha is... well, he nullifies dark and all that. So we should be okay. But no, they don't have a health bar. Bosses don't do that, and I think that's kind of a universal thing, which kind of pisses me off sometimes. I think the only time I like that is in Monster Hunter, and I guess they kind of just... well, you know what I mean. I don't want to complain about modern Monster Hunter more than I have to. Mephisto should be okay. This should do a lot of damage. Should be a weakness, yeah. Yeah, concentrates. Luster Candy. That's +1 all stats. Not a lot of MP though for Buddha.
Yeah.
Almost broke the game with how much we're beating them. Ah, shit. That's gonna hit anything. And there we go. I knew it. Well, ain't that something? Let's see. Do you have anything especially useful I can use? Probably not. I can't even heal myself. Or revive, I mean. Might just have to restart. With Mitra Buddha at the top. Yeah, we might have to restart. I actually wasn't ready. I didn't even know what the hell they were going to do. Thankfully, this game has continues. Unlike Original 4, which forced you to... oh no, it just takes you out of the DLC. That kind of sucks. But in the Original 4, you had to pay your way back to the land of the living. You go into debt, and if you couldn't pay it back, you just game over. Which, yeah, kind of sucks. No DLC, or no buffing and stuff. Attack know-how would be nice, invitation as well. They were hitting with fire, I think. That's something I gotta worry about. Might have to just take out Lucifer. Really wild statements we're making out here. I think I'll do that. Mother Harlot has, you know, some pretty good... she can use items, that's kind of what I'm going for, and she can use invitation, which can bring somebody back instantly. Because reviving is a whole turn, bringing them back is another turn, that's... a lot of talking. I'm really getting into this for no reason. But here we go. Push comes to shove, I'll lower the difficulty. Now, watch me not get to the same room that I was in. Alright. Where the hell were we? It is a pretty chill night. I could use some more filling food. We were just talking about southern food. Yeah, it's not great. All right. No point in saving either. We'll just go right back out of the DLC anyway. Wonder what happens if I tell him to just stand, or just to fight him himself. I think it just takes me out of the room so I can come back in if I'm not ready. Alright, let's do this again. They're weak to light, which I don't have any of. These aren't even that great. He's mostly there for like item use and other stuff. And reviving and yeah. This is 60. I'm gonna keep it moderately in use. I don't want to waste all our MP. So let's get an extra turn right away. And a smirk while we're at it. Buff everyone. And then they should be resistant to fire. That's my strongest skill too. So I guess Severe Almighty. Which didn't really seem to do too much. Yeah, they shouldn't really have anything on me. Except for maybe that, yeah. It's not great. Oh, we're smirking. Might as well use something. And then rebuff again. I don't think Lucifer is gonna die anytime soon. I should try using gun, now that I think about it. But the Chaos Horde, it's probably not weak to that. Also, thank God Mephisto just blocks physical attacks. I need somebody to block. Let's see. We're gonna keep debuffing. I hate that shit. I need somebody to block fire. And I missed. We do have to take them all out. This is a horde, after all.
I will show you.
So attacks that hit everyone is one of the best things we can do. I don't think... We're gonna have to use Invitation. So I'm gonna switch... Jesus. Switch out with Lucifer. Can't heal, but she can use items. Or she can use attack items. Never mind. My bad. Thought I had her with healing item usage as well. I guess I was wrong. Swap, let's see. Well, Satan does drain, but then we're gonna have the trouble of like buff and debuff shit. Shiva could also work. She also drains physical. Or he, I mean. I'm thinking of a lot of different things at the same time. The Demiurge has a bunch of stuff I can use too, and it repels. Okay, yeah, that actually works. The Demiurge being sort of like a Jesus figure for, what's it called? Gnosticism. Which is, I believe, the belief of Judeo-Christian mythology, but at the same time you worship more than one god instead. They basically believe in all the ancient deities that were around the time of the Old Testament. You know, the creatures that, not the creatures, the gods that the people worshipped before the one god kind of took over. If that makes any sense. That's what Gnosticism is. But yeah, once they're very weak, we'll be able to see that they're glowing red. So that's great. We'll get to that. Luster Candy. Just like Persona, you get to a point where it's more important to buff and debuff than it is to do anything. But that's the crux of the entire franchise, really. Yeah, I'm gonna start shooting the hell out of them. I think that might be better because I do have +9 on my riot gun, the best gun attack we have. That'll be the next turn. That's fine. That's kinda not fine, but they missed, so. Shit. We just had to miss that one time. And yeah, Mephisto is another one of the old school demons. I don't think he was part of the 72 demons of the whatever the fuck name I forgot. Or I can't pronounce, more like. And Mother Harlot is more of a Tower of Babylon type of character. I'm assuming her name kind of gives it away, but what the hell do I do now? I gotta do something. We're not even there yet. This is gonna take forever. I have time, though. Damn. And you know, rain and all, it is hot as hell. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. I do need to bring somebody back up and heal as well, so I'm gonna pass. It was a bit of a waste, but I need to pass anyway. I don't want to waste this smirk either, but whatever. Gotta start making moves somehow. None of these are gonna do much to him. Yeah, now we can kind of do this, and I'll bring him back. We need the stuff, the buffs, because of that. Damn. I guess that is a problem, you know, having a lot of my... now we got a swap, right? Having a lot of my high-level, well, yeah, high-level support demons have really low health. They don't last very long against physical high damage attacks. Might as well. Alright, we're not doing too well. I can pretty much hold out on my own as a main character with the stats and all that I got, but I'm gonna need it to heal and then attack, and it's gonna be a DPS race that I'm not gonna win. Man, Apocalypse is no joke. That's not good. Gonna need to bring somebody else in. Another one who blocks. I think we can do something. We even charge? I don't think so. No, we didn't, so I can just go ahead and do something. Or bring somebody out. No, let's see. Alright, well, I guess Shiva it is. He can pretty much resist anything besides dark. I don't have anybody that resists magically everything that I need. Yeah, typing is great. happens. If I had a smirk, that'd be great. But that's one down. The good thing is they only have a magic reflection, and I'm not using magic for the most part. Satan has enough to heal everybody, thankfully. Could have been real bad. If Mephisto could smirk, might not be able to waste the next turn. That's gonna be a full debuff. Ah, shit. Well, I don't want to waste the charge. Just do that for now, and we're good on anything else. I gotta find a way to not get the debuff. Alright, that's weird. But alright, you know what? Whatever. Must be something I'm missing. Hold on. Strengthens and adds Pierce to all that. That's why I could use Gun. Now it makes sense. I forgot that was a thing. Alright, well. I guess I'm healing now. Honestly. We're gonna have to go all the way back and heal. What did that say? Oh, it's Shiva. We can go ahead and get the severe. Yeah, severe. Get that critical and swap out Satan for a physical attack. Anybody will do besides magic. Let's see. You can revive and heal everyone. Get a lot of mana. Bunch of magic. We just use Dazzle Ray, but it's gonna get deflected. That really sucks. I need somebody to debuff. That's really all I need. Or, you know, buff. You know what I mean? You know exactly what I mean. Alright, Lucifer is coming back. Needs to heal, though. I hope it's entertaining enough to listen to all this going on. So I'm glad I have resistances overall. But the problem still stands. We're fully debuffed, and I should have just used the stone. Because nobody else can use items.
I will show you.
You're informed? I don't think you'd be super interested in this. I guess most people are not, but it's nice talking about mythologies and game strategy as well. Two separate things completely, but still fun to talk about. There goes Lucifer. Great. That debilitate is really killing them. Yeah, there we go. Alright, it's just up to me anyway, as usual. What the hell do I do now? I can't just bring somebody back. And I just had to miss. Well, it's over. Alright, let's rethink that. Or we go somewhere else, actually. Damn, this is gonna be a bit of a tough one.
Doctor.
I'm gonna lower it a little bit. Do this anytime, really. Although it says you cannot change the difficulty after choosing the hardest difficulty, so... Is that a thing? Huh. Oh well. Never mind. No, not partner. I don't even think Toki is with me in this DLC. Alright. Take 2. Gotta do this somehow. Well, let's see. Try again. Really want to get to the end somehow.
Welcome to the Gather Demon.
Already committed. Let's just, you know... Now, let's keep going with that. Already got the strategy. Not redoing all that again.
Doctor.
What if I say... hang back and watch? Never mind. Alright. Let's try this again. Oh man. My magic is higher than anything else. What I should be using, but it's still... I'd be wasting less MP that way. Using multi-attack attacks is much better too.
I will show you.
We're gonna keep doing that every turn. It's gonna be annoying. Somebody's gonna heal too. Mephisto could be switched out. I'll see what I can do, actually.
I will show
Don't want to waste too much, so if this doesn't miss, that'd be great. Let's just use the heavy one. I have a fuck ton of stones anyway. Alright, looking good. Never mind.
I will show you.
Not a lot. That's fine. We've got the upper hand on buffs as well, so that's great.
I will show you.
Now I should heal because I haven't charged, so I'll heal. Now we got the highest of upper hands. They're not going to do anything anymore. Now it's just a race. A really boring race. See who can die first. I guess I gotta give him more MP as well. I could just swap him out to good old Satan, although he ain't got much that I can use. I don't think they're using Dark. I really don't think. I've seen them use it, but Metatron, it is. Who better than one of the highest of angels? Besides, like, Michael, probably. That's great. Right, burned him so bad it broke the textures. Alright, please don't miss. Damn. Now I gotta heal again. That's fine, please just miss. Oh no. I gotta bring her back. We need her. I don't have like a summon stone or anything. That would have been so great. And I still gotta heal. Yeah, I'll still be here. If we can't win this time, then I don't know, we might just end it on that. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Alright. I got a debuff too. Might even be okay without her for now.
I will show you.
Right. I think they're at the point of just spamming almighty attacks, which you can't block. There's no resistances to that. Ah, so this sucks. Metatron is gonna have to heal one way or the other. That is not a lot of MP. Oh well, it might be over. Oh thank God. That could have been worse than it seems. Smirking is no joke.
I will show you.
And so, welcome back. We're still taking a beating. We can't. We don't have any MP, alright. We're weak enough, so let's see what I can do. Merkaba. Save me somehow, please. He doesn't even have any light attacks. Worse. Dealing the highest amount of damage that I can, and still not enough. This has been a 20-minute fight or longer. This is horrible. Finally. Sure, I guess. I really did go to bed real late. I went to bed at like 5 in the morning. Unfortunately. I will skip over like most of their dialogue. Because the way I see it is it's kind of like to put it in pop culture terms, it's kind of like a no way home situation. The protagonists were taken out of their universe like at the exact moment they were about to die to the final boss or something like that. That's why we're here, to save them and kind of bring them back into the universe. Although technically every ending is its own universe. You know, it's a split. It makes sense when you think about it. Hard enough, anyway. Okay, well I should go back and heal. Although I think they healed me? Maybe. No. I'm gonna go back and heal. We will definitely beat this DLC today. If I can make it back. If I know how to make it back. Just in case. Never know. Boy, love mazes. Great. Yeah, there's a map. I still have to be the one to navigate. I'm not too worried about it anymore, but I do love just mapping out the entire thing, even if you don't have to, even if there's nothing. I like having a full map at all times. Awesome. Hey, we did a whole loop. There's nothing here. And that's what I mean. This is taking longer than the first one. Finally. All right. Because I don't know if progress saves. If you get kicked out of the DLC, so let's get it. God, it's the light side horde. This is the protagonist of SMT2. Which is directly connected to the first game, SMT1. It takes place like maybe like a couple hundred years after the ending of the first game. A lot of more lore I could get into, but not right now. You're all weak to gun, and I know it. I guarantee it. Never mind. Alright. We've got analyze. We all drain light, and I nullified, so we're good. But if you mean why are the angels here, because in these games, no mythology is good or bad. They're all equally I was gonna say egotistical, but I guess that also makes sense. Oh, and they buffed themselves. The complete opposite. Great. And they use wind. I got nothing for that. Nobody nullifies wind. I don't want to play Mastema. Alright then. Guess we're going in like this. They must not have any, like, weakness or anything. Probably fire. Never mind. They don't nullify any magic. It's probably weak to dark, overall. Being angels and all that. That doesn't really help. I don't have a debuffing. Great, they all use Almighty too. Oh yeah, great. We're really gonna be here forever. I don't have anybody that can debuff them. I guess I didn't think that far into it. Best I can do is buff myself. Yeah, I guess. Alright, let's try fire again. Nothing. The buffs don't really help. Alright, that's the best I got. We can at the very least just be on the same playing field as far as stats go. Oh, but they debuff. Great. And they use a lot of magic. Even better. Oh, shit. This is tougher than it seems.
Divine punishment.
I don't have too many of those. Can't keep wasting it. There is no plan. Running out of options, too. It'd be great if they didn't debuff me. Or take them away. That's fine. Easy turn right now. Great. They got Mitra Buddha. We don't need them. Right. Now concentrate. Shit. Perfect. Really perfect right now. Wind and electricity. Debbie Hirsch. Okay. I guess they resist physical. Or maybe they're just so buffed to hell. Not really, just +1. What are we doing?
Yeah.
None of these hit multiple. Why? What are we working with? Magic. We're not even making a dent in them. Besides dark, I don't even know what they're weak to. Well, we're good on type advantage anyway. If they do debuff me, or take him away, that's the problem. I can't keep buffing myself. And I gotta attack somehow. I can't just use items all the time. I gotta take that away now. Already committed. And we missed, but I've already committed. There go our debuffs, or buffs. You know what I mean? It's so much shit. I'm trying to win here. But it's not fair. If I had a debuffer, which I don't have, I don't know why. I guess I just kind of forgot about it. We have 19 of these. Never mind, I have enough. But that's a wasted turn for me. Because I'm the only one that can use the items. Critical hits would have really helped. And they're doing it again. I'm really gonna have to start wasting turns that I could be using to attack on revivals. I don't even know we'll be fine if I don't heal. That's kind of what I wanted. Let's see. Where the hell? I'll try to get rid of Mitra Buddha. They have light. I'm not taking that chance. Wow. There goes that. And that. Back to square one. Alright, this is the best I got. So much for that. She gets hit by a wind anything and it's over. And I can't heal because can't even pass a turn. This is gonna be bad. I really hope Satan can live so I can revive myself. I can't even revive myself, actually. That's why. Alright, well, we're not prepared for that whatsoever. That's super tough. I don't know how I'm gonna even deal with this. If I ever will, so. It is what it is. One day we'll come back and try this again. Got to save. Good. Wanted to listen to more battle tracks, but it's a little impossible, as you can see. It's nothing going on tomorrow. I'll record and that's about it. Only a handful or more games to go on this rotation, and I can start listing more games. But yeah. It's hot. Glad we will oh my god. I am glad we were all here to enjoy the stream. Now we can enjoy the end music, and yes, until next time. Goodbye.